I don't know what episode we're in now. Because we're doing this all. I think this is going to be episode 11.
We there?
We're there.
You
I didn't give you a signal.
You
Fuck!
Give me the hand signal.
I don't know. We got to work on. Yeah, we got to work on the hand signals. Welcome to. Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, jeez. I am fucking shit up as we go. Okay. I don't. Okay. Bear with us. We're trying some new stuff.
Did you not record?
No, it's recording.
Oh, what?
I'm just messing with my, like, I tried to just stop the audio and I started recording new audio in there.
Oh.
So before I go into all the ways I'm fucking this up, welcome to the podcast. My name is Nat. Got Wayne back with me.
Hello.
We are working on improving our recording setup, so you may notice the audio quality is a little bit better. We got 2 microphones, courtesy of Blue.
Blue?
Yeah, Blue makes these microphones.
Oh.
That's like a Yeti Nano, and this is a full Yeti.
I thought it was Yeti that made them.
Yeah, it's just like the model.
Okay.
So Blue's the make, Yeti is the model. And that, like, they got Yeti Nano, and a Snowball. So we both got microphones, independent. We're not just running off of one microphone. We're recording this on OBS now instead of Ableton Live, however you say it. Depends on what part of the country you're on. But I am using Ableton Live to control the intro of the podcast. So I have a little audio mixer board here that I push the button that says record. Oh, it doesn't say record. It just says, start that audio cue. And
My mic was muted the whole time. So you were only picking me up over there, but I got it unmuted now.
Wayne's here. We're trying, okay?
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so episode 10 is going to sound much more better because we're going to be drunker, but our shit's going to be more together.
Yeah.
Also, right now, we are over at twitch.tv/neonnats. For now, that's where you're going to find us streaming if we're going to be recording this as we go. It's all going to be audio only, but, if you want to listen along as we record it and participate along as we go, that would be super. We're over there. Just keep a lookout. Some new other things we got going on. I started getting a Discord channel set up, so if you want to be part of that, holla at your boy. Follow us at Twitter at WeIsPodcast. That's the Twitter handle. And fuck Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is toxic. I actually went on a spree of blocking people on Facebook. Like, I said some politically insightful things on Facebook to see who would bite and immediately blocked them. So my Facebook is much calmer now in the last week or two, since I got all the extremist nutbags off of there. So that's nice.
Yeah, I just have been avoiding Facebook in general for like the past, I feel like it's been a year. I'd have to go back and look. Maybe I'll just go back and look anyways while we're talking about it. Because I just decided on my own I'm not going to be a part of Facebook anymore.
Well, the only reason I have Facebook is to keep in touch with some people that are far away in the country.
Yeah.
And also a couple of groups that I'm a part of, like the mini rally groups and stuff. So I keep it for that. But sometimes I log into it anyways and go on political rants, which is poor for my health. So
sometimes I just log in to see what I'm missing and post-wise, and then I just shake my head 5 minutes later and I'm gone.
Yeah.
Let's see, I posted because my cat was missing. Okay, if everybody could stop tagging me so I could find my last post, that'd be fantastic.
Just go to your activity log.
Well, I didn't think it would be this long. We're getting close, though.
I don't even think we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
You're right there. Friends. Wayne.
Oh, well, I've never seen you on there.
Well, that's... I'm explaining why you don't see me on there. Okay, we're entering about... Okay, so it has been about a year since I've been active on Facebook, because I'm seeing people tagging me in before coronavirus broke out, which was March 11th.
It's almost a year ago.
That's almost a year ago, and I don't feel like scrolling through anymore, even though I'm scrolling right now. Okay, it's been over a year, because I just passed on my wife's birthday in 2019, so happy anniversary.
Yeah, Facebook is it's a very toxic place to be and full of misinformation. And I used to think that I was doing my part by fighting the misinformation, but really all it does is if you tell somebody that they're wrong, they would rather get mad than actually look up the information.
Yeah,
So
people don't like to think on Facebook.
No. I mean, if you have to actually look up any kind of information at all, then they're not on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we get too much further into just random ass rants,
This is what we're famous for.
random ass rants. Oh, let me pull up. I got to get this on my screen for my Discord viewers. Make sure they're seeing and part on Twitch. We're gonna try a different mead this time.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Scott.
Jeez, I forgot about the meat.
We haven't been. We're gonna order some mead from Scott sometime soon.
I promise, Scott, we'll order some meat.
And here's our one mention at least per podcast of the Great Untamed.
every episode, unofficial sponsor.
Yeah. So I was going through the liquor store and I found a bottle, what's it called? Big Lost Meadery. And it is a local meadery too. Where did we see it? Was Gillette, Wyoming. I was going to pick up this bottle called Crazy Woman, but just the coloring of whatever I got here looked better. Wild Man. It's the basic vanilla version of mead.
Well, it is mead with hops.
Yeah.
So this one has a little bit of a bitter taste to it with the hoppy fruitiness, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not an IPA though.
Yeah.
The other one you're talking about is a hibiscus one, which is a little bit sweeter. But here we go. Let's open it up.
Okay. It's not going to be a satisfying pop, so...
Yeah, it's a screw top. Sorry. Oh, that's tough. Okay, wait. Okay. There you go.
Not that a crackling sound can't be satisfying, but
Here, the pouring sound is. There you go.
I tell you what, listening back to the podcast, that was some good sound effects. It was the pouring.
Bloop, 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 bloop. There we go.
I guess if we have a guest today, it would be Tifa, who is chilling on the couch with us. Hi, Tifa.
Hello.
Tifa is my brother-in-law's dog, which is also the sister of my late dog, Jake. Rest in peace, buddy.
Okay, that is a strong mead.
That smells strong, eh? Woo! 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 It's not as smooth as the Great Untamed.
Well, the Great Untamed one was like, what, 4 or 5 years old?
Yeah.
It was aged. Well, this is not an aged one. But
No, this is just, I bought it the other day and let's drink it.
it's not bad, though. It's still got the honey flavor.
Yeah, it's very honey tasting.
Oh, I got a dog here.
Tifa. How'd you do that so quick?
It's definitely not as smooth. It does taste a bit stronger than the last one.
How did I get a dog and hair in here too? I swear these are clean glasses.
That's good though.
It
I
is
like
good.
I like it. It's definitely a different category.
I can officially say now that Grain Untamed is still my favorite meat.
Now that you've had two.
Now that I've had two meats. Um, I didn't exactly. This was probably one of the pricier meats that was on the shelf there too. Like the others just looked like.
Yeah, they only got like two brands, and the cheaper one just doesn't look appealing. I've never had it.
I'm sure we'll buy it next, but it just didn't. Yeah, it. We'll try it just for the sake of trying it. Good meat though. Ooh, it still kicks.
It's definitely got a kick to it.
It's sweeter too, I think. Doesn't it seem sweeter to you?
No,
No?
no, I don't think it's sweeter.
Well, we don't have Corona. We can taste. That's good. This is our like our Corona check is like taste.
Can you still taste
Can
it?
we taste it?
Do we have any live listeners?
We had somebody dropped in and then they left. So that was lame.
I guess we weren't interesting enough.
No. Oh well, we'll get them listens on Spotify or wherever else you listen to your podcasts. So what do we got today? I think we're gonna do a 2-subject podcast. Unless the subject takes the entirety of an hour.
It would start with one, and then we can move on to
Yeah.
an additional one.
So for starters, we didn't decide what we were gonna start on.
Man crushes.
We're gonna start on that one. Let's start on mancrushes. So, I think the manliest thing you can do is be comfortable with thinking another man is attractive.
Yeah, it's I mean there's like there used to be when I was, much less so now, but back when I was younger, you couldn't say that a guy was attractive or you were gay.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that, but of course.
It's kind of wild too. Like when we were in school, being gay was such a like horrible thing.
It was.
Like it was just so prevalent that like I don't know. It seems like this day and age, like however many years it's been, to like 14, 15 years later, that gay is a lot more accepted.
Absolutely. In fact, that was one of the things that led to, my enlightenment, because back when I was young, I was far right conservative Republican stuff, and I prescribed to all the anti-gay, anti-everything attitude. And there was a guy I knew. I did not know that he was gay, but he was definitely gay,
Mm-hmm.
and hung out with him for years. And the whole time we used to hang out with this guy, I was like homophobic and everything. And then he came out as gay, and it was really a reckoning thing, like, well, he's the same person today as he was yesterday.
Yeah.
So maybe it's my attitude that's wrong and not the person, And that was the beginning of my path to accept all people as people.
Yeah, I don't even really know where my acceptance of gays came in. Like I can tell you like a vast majority of my friends now are gay, and it doesn't bother me at all one bit, who they decide they want to love or who they're attracted to. But I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, I just don't know where it came from. I know
maybe you've just always been a good person, and I started out as a shitty person and
Yeah.
became a better person.
I started out as a good person, even though, I was surrounded by people that was, influencing saying gay is bad. And then I became a Jehovah's Witness, and then that was definitely like, ew, the keys are really bad.
That was a step backwards.
Yeah.
Definitely a step backwards.
Yeah, I definitely took a lot of step backwards when I, started getting into my 20s and was influenced by the wrong people.
Yeah, I started out as a terrible person and gradually became a better person over time.
Yeah. But yeah, and like a couple of years ago too, I don't know if this is even still a trend, but like I remember hashtags MCM. You ever heard of that one?
Mm-mm.
Hashtag Man Crush Monday.
Oh, I have not seen that, but I definitely have some man crushes.
Ooh. We're gonna talk about our man crushes. Who we goo goo and gaga over that are men.
Who gets to go first?
You know what? Let's flip a $50 for it.
Okay.
So for our younger listeners, there is a coin. This one was pressed in 1999. I know some of our listeners were born either on or before 1999.
I was
after.
Oh, okay.
I was born before 1999.
Me too.
But it's a little piece of coin. It has John F. Kennedy on one side. That's the heads. And then you have the eagle pointing towards the olive branch, which represents peace. He also is holding the arrows. If the eagle was facing the arrows, that would be war. That's just a little Oval Office knowledge for you there.
Unfortunately, we've been at war for the past 20 years. So.
Yeah. So the $50 doesn't really represent anything. Maybe that's why they stopped pressing it. It's because it's been 20 years.
Because we went to war. And
yeah, and so they can't have an eagle looking at the olive branch anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
So, $50 is 50 cents. There used to be a coin that represents 50 cents.
Here's some trivia about coins.
Okay, tell me.
So you've heard the phrase "shave and a haircut."
Yeah.
2 bits.
2 bits.
Do you know what a bit is?
No.
So a bit is an eighth of a dollar, and where the word comes from is way back in the day. There used to be Spanish dollars, or they were Spanish coins, but they were equivalent to a dollar or whatever. But a dollar back in the 1700s or whatever was way too much money for common transactions, so they actually physically cut the dollar into 8 pieces.
Oh.
And one of the 8 pieces was a bit, or if you're in a different country, it was called a piece of 8.
Oh.
The Spanish pieces of 8.
And then now Roger Rabbit makes more sense.
Shave and a haircut.
In 2 bits.
2 bits, which is a quarter.
I shouldn't do that. There's a dog in the room. That was my mistake. I almost ruined everybody's ears. Anyways, this coin is worth 50 cents. I carry it around in my pocket at all times. It was given to me by my father. He also gave me a whole dollar coin, which was the thing back in the day. It fell out of my pocket, and I don't know where it is.
Well, you could just get a new one and pretend that it's the same one.
Yeah, I could. You could go to the bank and ask them for a dollar coin. They'll give you one. I'm pretty sure that's where they got these from.
Yeah.
They just aren't in regular circulation at cash registers. So, heads, Wayne will go first. Tails, I'll go first. I should be doing this on like Google or something to where we could audibly all hear it, but I like the. Let's try to get the sound effect.
That probably came up. What is it?
It's Tails.
So you.
I'll go first. I'll tell you about my recent man crush. I discovered this one New Year's Eve last year. Little backstory about this too. So, New Year's Eve, we decided to shit on the year 2020. We consumed lots of alcohol, and we just reverted back to watching music videos from 1999 all night. And drinking whiskey and beer.
What, like some Cisco? Goldfinger?
There might have been
Shaggy.
some... We honestly, we just went to YouTube and searched for Billboard Top 100 of 1999. It was topped off by Cher, Believe.
That was in 1999?
Yes,
Okay.
that was the number one song of 1999. Do you believe in
It's a good song.
It is a good song. Another one of the songs on the list, Mariah Carey's "Waiting for Tonight."
Waiting for tonight.
Which is like the millennium song. It was more of a 1999 song than 1999 by Prince.
I mean, we're going way back right now.
Yeah.
There's some good music back then.
It was a good choice for a New Year's Eve playlist.
Yeah.
Just re-listening. We started the night off with Limp Bizkit, actually.
Which, Nookie or...
We started off with break stuff.
Let's say that's a better one.
Yeah, because that was just our general mood for the year. It's just one of those days!
It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
We listened to a
song.
couple more Limp Bizkit to get over it. Why didn't we listen to any Linkin Park that night?
Linkin Park didn't come out till 2000. We discussed this last podcast.
Yes, we discussed this. Okay. That's going to be next year's New Year's Eve party.
Okay.
This is just a very long, convoluted way of filling time and making things more interesting for the podcast to get to the point where we listened to that night the song... Fuck. What is the name of the song? Livin' Da Vida Loca.
Ricky Martin?
Ricky Martin. And
Is that your man crush?
this is my most recent man crush.
Okay.
Specifically, 1999 Ricky Martin.
He's still doing music.
He's still doing music, but when the way he was looking
Oh, yeah.
in Livin' Da Vida Loca, he was fucking hot.
Yeah, that music video was a big deal.
It was a big deal, and it's even more so, and kind of tying into what we were talking about earlier, looking back at it now, since then, Ricky Martin came out of the closet.
Yeah.
So I'm in danger. Chuckles, I'm in danger. I tried looking up pictures because I was describing to my friends, my man crush. Hi, Sasha. Saying, Ricky Martin's kind of hot, but then I tried showing some pictures, and I'm like, the pictures aren't doing it justice now. Like, the video, chef's kiss.
Even though the quality back then was abysmal compared to today, like 720 was not
High
even,
def.
that wasn't even invented.
No,
in
it was
99.
for whatever, 80.
Yeah, it was 4x3 was still the definition of choice back in 99. It's hard to even look at nowadays.
Honestly, that video that was kind of pretty good quality considering for the time, but yeah, there was just something about the way he looked in that music video. Google search images now.
It was the dance.
Yeah.
I mean,
And his smile.
It was the salsa dancing and stuff. Yeah.
So, that was my most recent. Your turn.
My turn already.
Already. I don't have a timer going. Wait. It tells me exactly how long I've been recording, so we're still good. We're at 24 minutes already.
Wow. Okay.
Nobody watching on Twitch either. Thanks, guys.
So my man crush, somebody who, actually an actor, and they've been in some of my most favorite movies. And I don't know if it's my favorite movie because he's in the movie or if he just happens to be in my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
But George Clooney.
That's a good one.
I love George Clooney. He's one of my all-time most favorite actors. In fact, today I brought some vinyl with me that we could listen to pre-show, and one of the albums that I brought was "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
A great movie, I think.
It is my all-time favorite movie.
I know it's a good movie, but I don't think I've seen it, so great movie, I think.
It's really subtle humor in the movie, like he tells jokes, like all of them tell jokes and stuff in the movie, but they they say it with a 100% serious face.
Yeah.
You know, like they're not actually telling a joke, and it's hilarious. I laughed through the whole thing. In fact, the album that I brought, I got for my birthday. Uh, the family bought me that vinyl. I got it for my birthday, and we immediately watched "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"
Nice.
that night, and I was laughing. Still, I don't even know when that movie came out. I've probably seen it 30 times,
I feel like that was a 1999 movie too.
No, it was post that. It was in the 2000s. Had to be. I think it was high school that came out. 2003, 2004.
Oh brother, where are 2000?
Came out in 2000.
Yes.
Really? I was off.
Maher. That's all I know of the movie. Maher.
What part is it?
I don't know. He's like fixing his hair. And he's like Maher.
His hairnets. He talks about his hairnets and the Dapper Dan.
Or maybe I'm thinking it.
I don't want no fop. Damn it. I'm a Dapper Dan man. But anyways, that's one of George Clooney's movies that I love. And the other one is Men Who Stare at Goats.
Okay.
Ever seen that one?
I have not.
Men Who Stare at Goats is another George Clooney movie. It's George Clooney and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
What's his name?
What's his name, chat? Oh wait, nobody's in the chat.
Damn it. What's
I know the name off my head. I know it, but I just can't think of it. Actor. Ewan McGregor.
That's it. Okay,
Ewan McGregor.
yeah, so George Clooney and Ewan McGregor.
The MMA fighter.
No. Not the MMA fighter.
The proper number 12 guy.
Yeah, so that movie is another one of those movies that is kind of slow paced, and it's not an action movie. It's like a storytelling movie, and also amazing job in that movie. Yeah, George Clooney, one of my most favorite actors for sure.
How was your birthday, by the way?
It was mostly uneventful. Got some gifts from the family.
Good.
Most people didn't call me because I had recently blocked a whole bunch of people and told them that their political opinions were shit, so they didn't really want to talk to me. But other than that, it was great. I had a good time. I got a new vinyl record. I got like 8 vinyl records for my birthday.
Oh dang.
Yeah. Most of them were some thrift store specials.
Nice.
So got a couple of good ones there. I got a dartboard.
A soft one or like an electronic?
Like legit one that, you know, with the real darts and whatever they make the material.
Like cork board almost.
Yeah. Whatever they make it out of,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I got one over there. I just haven't used it because we're lazy and don't want to count.
Yeah, I got that. I got a vest thing for my forge, so I don't burn holes in all my shirts.
That's important.
I have burned holes in a few shirts, so now I have like a shop apron thing. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
I worked most of the day, got some presents, and the wife, who we've been married for too long, so she asked me if I wanted cake or pie for my birthday.
Mm.
And then I was like, yeah, I'll take pie. And she's like, oh, what kind of pie do you want? I was like, key lime pie. And she had already had a key lime pie bought and in the fridge before she even asked me. Like, she knew that I was going to say key lime pie.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure if I was busting this out today or later this week.
Yeah. So she knows me too well. Key lime pie. Love me some key lime pie.
So I'm gonna go based off of actors too. Um, this one's not a serious man crush, but um, going back, there was this app called Mitomo. It was a Nintendo app.
Uh huh.
Um, so you know how like on the Wii, you could create these little characters of yourself called
Yes.
Mii's.
Yeah.
Basically, it was like social media but with Mii's, and you could have your friends who have their own Mii's, and they would come over and visit you, and it would ask you a bunch of questions. It would just ask you things. Um, so a running thing would be like who my man crush is, and I'd always be like, it's Tom Hanks.
That's a good one.
And I
Tom
mean,
Hanks. Man, what a treasure that
he
guy
is a
is.
treasure. Um, and going on to talking about Corona too, he was like one of the first celebrities to get Corona. I remember his name being dropped March 11th.
Thank God he survived that.
Yeah.
That is going to be a sad day. Like Tom Hanks, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
If one of those two guys die, it's going to have to be a national holiday.
Yeah. Um, and don't let me forget, I want to like just jog back to December too about people who died, but we're not talking about that right now yet. But I do want to mention it because
Write notes.
write notes. Uh, where's my note board?
I left my notepad in my car.
But yeah, and I mean it's a legit man crush. I mean Tom Hanks. He's a good looking. He ages well too. For I don't know how old he is. Okay, Google, how old is Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks is 64 years old.
He looks great for 64.
He does. He probably dyes his hair, though.
It looks a little gray in this picture, but Tom. I'm not gonna say this name just in case it's on your list, but there's another guy that popped up on this list. Definitely dyes his hair. But yeah, Tom Hanks, like, whose heart hasn't he won over through his many roles?
You know, one of the things that I saw on social media recently was about Castaway.
Yeah.
How many actors can have the sole role, not the main role, not like the main villain or the only role
The role.
in the entire movie,
The supporting cast was literally a volleyball.
and keep you interested for the whole time?
Yes.
Like, he's amazing, and Castaway wouldn't have worked with any other actor. There's nobody that could have done what he did in that movie.
I agree.
It was great.
And the variety of this is not too much into the man crush aspect, but just how great of an actor he is. The variety of like roles he has too.
Yeah.
Like I don't see him playing the same thing twice. It's always something different almost.
Well, I did see a thing that was pretty funny. It was like, don't ever travel with Tom Hanks.
Oh, because he always has like problems.
Every single movie he's in, like Castaway was a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Scully was.
He got stuck. Yeah, he got
Sully.
the boat.
Sully was a plane. Yeah.
Plane. Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips was a boat.
He got stuck in an airport in that one movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
The terminal was the terminal.
Terminal. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Like half of his movies are some sort of transportation nightmare.
Yeah.
So don't ever travel with him.
Yeah, and then when he traveled to Australia, he got Rona. I don't know if he traveled there or like just like has a home there or whatever, but I think he was in.
When he got Corona?
Yeah, he was in
Oh.
Australia.
Gotcha.
He was stuck there for a while. But yeah, I mean, and I will say this a little bit going into the rest of the man crushes too, spoilers, but my gay friend says I have the straightest man crushes they know.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I have very basic straight man white crushes. Did I
Okay.
say white man or straight man?
Straight man white crushes?
Straight man. Well,
White man straight crushes.
white man straight crush man crushes.
Yeah, whatever that means.
I don't know.
Basic bitch.
I'm a basic. I am the pumpkin vanilla, the pumpkin spice latte of man crushes.
Yeah.
So, Tom Hanks, your turn.
My turn. Should I go actor or musician?
I'm all out of actors.
Because I've got an actor, one that I can do, or a musician that I can do.
Let me check who I wrote down. I'm pretty sure I'm out of actors. This is like 18% alcohol content.
It is pretty strong stuff.
And not like I haven't been drinking all day anyways, because it's Saturday and, you know, I got to get pre-hype.
We'll change it up. I'll do a musician.
Okay, I got a musician next too.
I'm probably going to take your musician.
No, you're not.
Chester Bennington.
Chester,
One of the greatest musicians of all time.
yes.
Like, it is difficult to compare anybody on the level that Chester Bennington was. He spanned all genres, all people, all nationalities.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on planet Earth loves his music.
Mhm.
And he's one of the only artists to ever do that. I mean, it's difficult to...
Yeah, he
He-
changed the game.
You can go back 50 years and only find 2 artists that appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
And Chester Bennington is one of them. And yeah, like the emotion and the lyricism, the style, everything about that guy is epic.
I will let you have that one in the actor field too, because he was in Transformers, even for like a second.
Chester Bennington?
Yeah, all of Linkin Park was in Transformers.
Which one?
First or second.
Were they physically in it or just the music?
No, they were physically in there. They had like a blip cameo. Like one of the Decepticons flew over or something, and Linkin Park was standing there.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and see that.
yeah.
The
Because they
original
provided "New Divide," the song that
was for the second Transformer.
okay. Then it was probably the second Transformers they were in.
Okay.
Which was a great song too, and yeah, his voice has a lot of emotion in it, and you know he probably was putting a lot of emotion into his performances too, because of just the history we know about of him looking back now.
Yeah. Yeah, he was he I mean he was around for a lot longer than the average musician, so we have that, but it wasn't long enough.
No. And I'm quite sad we're never gonna have Linkin Park again.
Yeah.
Because, as they've said it, Linkin Park was Chester.
I mean what was the other guy's name? Shinoda? Mike Shinoda.
Mike, yeah.
He's good. I'm not gonna
But he's not going to
He's-
take Linkin Park over as his own.
no. I mean he was a good artist. He did some solo work with what was the band that he did? Oh, freaking I can't remember. He had a side project band that didn't do bad. He adds, the backup vocals, and he does a good job. I even think he wrote some of the songs on like the first and second album. I don't know about after that, but he's not Chester.
No.
So
Also, going off of Chester, he was the singer as well for Stone Temple Pilots for a time.
it was a short time.
Yeah, but he did phenomenal in that role too.
I wish they had released an album,
Yeah,
like an original album with him as the singer. That would have been awesome.
it would have been. I've watched a couple of live performances of them with Chester singing, and it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it other than Chester's great.
I was pretty excited when I heard that he took over that role, just because Stone Temple Pilots are a good band.
Mm-hmm.
They're no Linkin Park, but
No.
they make some good music.
Yeah.
And if they had come out with a new album, like they recorded a brand new album with Chester as the lead singer, that would have been number one, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Triple platinum. I don't know what all those ratings are, but
There's something that's based off of like how many million records you sell.
yeah.
Which I don't even know how that works nowadays, since not a lot of records get sold. They get sold, just mostly music is all streaming platforms now.
Well, it's never made much sense because you go through like different decades where, one decade you'll sell total 100 million albums,
Yeah.
and the next decade you'll sell like 10 times that. And so people like, Beyonce have triple platinum records where the Beatles don't even have a platinum record. You know what I mean? Like
Even though the Beatles was world changing.
yeah. So the whole platinum record thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to have a platinum record. It just doesn't compare well to other artists. Beyonce sucks, by the way.
Beyonce sucks. That's another podcast there. We'll put that in our notes. Beyonce sucks. Where's our notes? Notes.
We got any viewers?
No.
Not on Twitch or Discord?
None.
Oh,
Beyonce sucks. Okay. We ready for the next one?
ready. Go.
Okay, so my next one is a musician, and coming from Australia,
Ooh.
we have one half of Knife Party and singer for Pendulum, Ross
Nice.
Flyer.
That is a good one. I've seen Knife Party live.
Ooh. Knife Party live, from what I've seen of them, like, I'm not that into, like, their live stuff, just because they're too much hype, man.
Well, I seen them at EDC, and they were
Electric Daisy Carnival,
yes, in Vegas.
for people who don't know what EDC is.
It is a massive music festival. They have it in Orlando, Las Vegas, and in Europe, I think, are the three. I don't know where in Europe, though. It's like Belgium or something like that. But massive festival. It's a 3-day festival. They start playing music somewhere around like 6 o'clock, and they play till the sun rises the next day for 3 days straight. And last time I was in Vegas, I think total number of people over the 3 days was like 400,000 people.
It's a big festival.
And I saw Knife Party there.
Yeah.
So they have huge fireworks show every night, but the last night is the biggest fireworks show, and the stage that Knife Party was on was like 20 minutes behind schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And they had been for several artists. I don't know what got them behind schedule, but so when the fireworks were scheduled to start, it was like the middle of Knife Party's set. And so they're sitting there DJing and everybody's having fun, and then the fireworks start, and he like stopped in the middle of his song because he was like, "What the?" He's like, "What the fuck?" Like the guy at the DJ on the stage is freaking out because the fireworks are right above him, and
shit blown up.
And there was like 3 or 4 second pause, and then he just went right back into DJing, and he's DJing with the fireworks. I got a video of it. It was awesome. It was a good show.
I've had similar, not quite similar, but the one time I did do a concert with my music, this is going to probably come up in my Neon Nats Part 2 episode when I talk about the concert more, but this asshat came up to where I had my gear and everything and doing my thing. And, I'm doing there with my buttons, paying attention to what I'm doing, what's coming in next. And this guy comes in, he's like, "Oh, how's it going? What's up? What you got going here? This your rig?" You know, just starts talking to me in the middle of it,
Yeah.
and like I'm getting very frustrated. I'm like trying to tell him he needs to get back. You know, he needs to give me some space and let me do my thing. And then like all of a sudden, music just stops, dead ass in the middle of it.
Did he unplug you?
No, just he like fucked up what I was doing, and it caused everything to stop.
God damn, the worst nightmare of any DJ.
Yeah, so I have it recorded. I'll show it to you sometime. But you know, it's just music's going, then just hey, whoops. Guess we're going to the next one.
I did DJ at Kill Peppers for like 2 years, and that was a difficult place to DJ at because the crowd's musical tastes were shit.
Probably country and butt rock.
Yeah, pretty much all the time. And, you know, the owners, who were obviously my boss and paid me, they wanted me to take requests, which was okay. Like, I'd get like a whole bunch of requests through the night. And if somebody came up with an actually good request song, I would play it.
Yeah.
But I would say at least like 60-70% of the songs I never played because they were garbage, you know. And this girl came in one night, and like when you're taking a request, if somebody says, "Hey man, could you play this song?" It's like, sure, you know, write it down, you know, and I might play it. And that's how you're supposed to ask the DJ for a request. Well, this girl comes in with a notebook with all the songs that she had written down, and she's like, "You need to play all these songs." I was like, "Maybe, I might play those songs. You know, let me look at your list, and if there's any songs I like, I'll play them." And she's like, "No, it's my birthday, and these are the songs that I want." I'm like, "Good for you,
Cool.
you stupid fucking bitch. Go sit down." You know, like I was getting pissed off. Like she wouldn't leave me alone. She wants these songs played
I'm not
right
a
now.
jukebox.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, "Would you like to come up here and DJ?
Yeah.
And I'll go home for the night. You
Yeah.
can come take care of this." But yeah, so I didn't play any of her stuff because she was a pushy fucking bitch. And then the owners came up and they were like, "You know, you should take requests." They were polite about it, but they were kind of telling me,
This is what you need to do.
it's like, yeah, we want, our customers are more important than your pride, basically.
Yeah.
You know, you need to play the requests. I was like, okay, fine. So I start playing her songs, and they're all garbage,
Yeah.
like shitty fucking songs.
And then people started leaving.
Yeah, and then people are getting mad about the music, and the bosses come up like an hour later, or like an hour and a half later, and they're like, "Man, what's going on? Your music fucking sucks tonight." I was like, "This is the shit that you told me to play."
Yeah.
Like, she came up with like 50 fucking songs that she requested, and I'm playing them like you asked, and now you're complaining that the music's garbage. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to be the DJ, or you want me to go home? And I left. I grabbed my shit. And I put the radio on. Like, they had their own computer there, and I put like a playlist on there, pushed play, and I left. I was pissed off.
I have only DJ'd one function. That was my sister-in-law's wedding. I bought this DJ deck right here for it too.
Yeah.
It's not a cheap DJ deck either.
You got one.
Yeah, I got one. It's a Pioneer, I think. Let's pull it out. Why not? Since we're talking about DJs.
Oh,
Is it a Pioneer? Yeah, it's a Pioneer.
Damn.
Not cheap. And I've used it once.
Oh, I might have to take this off your hands.
I might trade you for it.
I'll trade you this mic for it.
Ooh, that's tempting. I can tell you that deck's worth a lot more.
Yeah, but you're not using it.
But I might. Just like those drum sets over there, I might use them someday.
I mean, it's got all the filters, all the trims, all the crossfades.
I just need to learn more about DJing. You know, this was
It's even got auto tempos on there. Oh my god. This is a nice board.
Basically, it was just meant to create a wedding playlist. Um, that's all I did with it. But I haven't done anything since, and that's my experiencing in DJ. I just hit play when they got married, and it was Huey Lewis's "The Power of Love." My selection of music back in the day was terrible because I was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, well, I mean, these tempo things are nice because you can, you throw the crossfade over, and you should be able to have a headphone output and an actual
Yeah,
output.
there's a headphone output on the side there, other side, and a mic input.
Okay. Yeah. Usually it has it separated in between the two tracks, but I don't see that. But anyways, you got the main track playing, and then you listen to the other track, and you can match the tempo on the thing.
Yep.
And then you can fade it in. That is so hard to do with software.
Yeah.
So hard to do. And that's what I was doing at Kill Peppers. It was all with software on my computer. I brought my laptop in, and I was trying to mix songs with the software, and it was difficult to match the tempos and stuff. But with this board, you could just listen to the output.
Pop it in, hear it go, do that vintage. You hear one headphone on the ear, and they're fidgeting, and DJing is a lot more work than people give it credit for.
Yeah, it is, and especially
it's not just pushing fucking buttons and turning knobs, even though it's pushing buttons and turning knobs.
It is just pushing buttons and turning knobs, but being able to do it in a way that sounds good is so hard.
It is.
And you got to be paying attention the whole time.
Yeah.
But those guys that do it and actually get paid good money for it, they're really good.
Back to Rob Swire.
Okay.
Mostly my man. We went off on a DJ tangent. Really, Rob Swire came in just vocally. I love his voice. He's not terrible looking either, but he's got a great voice.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not all about looks.
No. There's multiple layers of attraction: personality, voice, looks, and my number one man crush, which is coming up, will encompass all of that.
All three.
It's the total package, baby.
Yeah.
It's the melt me man. The triple M melt me man. But yeah, that was another thing. Another person I would spam on Mitomo too is it was always Tom Hanks and Rob Swire.
That's a good one.
I was so happy when I saw him and Deadmau5 did another song together. That's a really good song.
See, Deadmau5 is probably my most favorite electronic artist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got a lot of electronic artists that I really like, but Deadmau5 is so much more genuine than all the rest. All of his music is analog.
Yeah.
He doesn't do...
I saw... there's a video of Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah.
Where you see his setup, and that is impressive. No, it's not a computer. It's a fucking room of knobs and wires.
All of it's analog sound.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any digital sound. Okay, I guess I can't say he doesn't do any, but I would say 90% of his sound is all analog sounds that he makes.
Yeah, and his live, I like seeing his live performances too. The cube get up he has is impressive.
He does the animations for the screens.
Does them all himself.
He does his own animation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really something I've been longing for in EDM live performances. My favorite EDM act ever is Daft Punk. And they're live 2007 circa, the pyramid setup.
Yeah.
That's really what got me into EDM concerts are cool. The visual performance of it too, and I tried to do that in my concert too, was have visuals with it as well. But yeah, that's the best concert I've ever seen. I didn't see it personally, but just seeing videos of it and I like just want concerts like Daft Punk did.
Yeah.
Because
They have them at EDC. Like they do some pretty intense live performances at EDC.
I'm gonna have to go one of these days. Also, just to honor my late old boss, because he would always talk about like, now let's go to EDC. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
It's great. I've been twice.
And then I started working it here, and you're like, let's go to EDC. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, and then Corona happened.
And then Corona happened, and you can't do nothing. And
What got me into raves? So I've been listening to electronic music since before it was actually produced as electronic music.
mm-hmm.
You know, back with Hamster Dance and shit like that back in junior high.
Yeah.
You know, where everything was midis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been doing electronic music since then, and the first rave that I ever went to was underground, like punk rock used to be. You know, in the basement of some fucking building. That was my first rave that I ever went to, and me and some army buddies were in Salt Lake for drill weekend, and we heard that there was a rave at the same place that we used to go to punk rock concerts at over by the Shiloh.
Okay.
And so we go down there, and we weren't sure if we were going to go in or not. None of us had ever been to a rave. We didn't know if
How many mollies are getting passed around?
Yeah, we weren't quite sure what we were getting into, and so we're parked in the car, and we're just sitting there, and we're watching people, and everybody starts showing up, and they're like wearing all these costumes and this weird shit, and the glow sticks and the scanty clothes, and we're like, yeah, we're in the right place. So we go in there, and oh my god, it was amazing. It was mostly, so back then it was mostly like hanging out, you know, like there was a DJ up there and there was music all around, but there was couches and chairs and tables and everything around, and everybody was just basically hanging out, listening to music, and occasionally danced. They had like cages up that people could get in the cages and dance in the cages, and like really laid back atmosphere. And from that moment on, I was hooked. I had such a good time.
I've still, the first electronic concert I've ever been to was my own.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, so we booked a venue. We got hooked up with a guy who ran an arcade in Laramie, and he's like, yeah, we do through my connections there, you know, they do concerts there, and so, you know, I got into contact with him. I got into contact with another guy out of somewhere in Colorado. I don't remember where he's out of. Hey Jack. A guy by that performed under the name The Honor System, and straight up chip tunes. And that was the coolest shit I've ever seen. He came in with 2 Game Boys and was, you know, plugged it in and was putting on this cool ass chiptune music. And yeah, that was my first. And I was over, you know, at the door taking money for the concert as well. Apparently it was like the best turnout for a concert ever at that venue. They're not around anymore, but that's what I was hearing, was it was the best turnout and they loved it.
People don't want to admit that they love electronic music. Everybody does, though.
Yeah. And then I got out there, I got a projector that I bought for under $100 on Amazon, and I got my software to sync up so that it, like, you know, once I play this scene on the music, it will play this video to match with it, and it will do these effects with it. And then eventually I just got lazy, and it was an equalizer, basically, halfway through the concert. But I also had hula hoop dancers with LED hoops.
I'll show you my setup I had at Kill Peppers.
But yeah, that was my electronic history, which I will get into in part 2. I'm sorry I'm getting into other podcasts in this one.
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing Mancrushing.
Yeah, Mancrushes turned into raves and DJing.
Which, whose turn is it?
It's going to be your turn after.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have another one? How many more do you have?
I have one more.
I have one more too. This worked out perfectly.
Well, I mean, you're doing one more than me, but that's fine.
But it evens out, so we're both taking turns talking.
I'm looking for a very specific picture here. Sorry, we got
It's
some
okay.
dead space going right now.
This is very entertaining for the audio listeners. I tell you what, Wayne. They are so entertained.
I mean, I could start.
Sasha is just driving down the interstate, going to Colorado right now, and being like, "This is some good fucking shit audio quality right now." Wayne's looking for pictures. I'm gonna tune in next week.
Okay, well, I'll just
We're up to one listener. Oh yeah, it's me.
Still you?
Yeah.
Oh. So we'll just get into my next one since I can't find the picture that I'm looking for. And going back to actors.
Actors.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt has been my man crush since like high school. Because, I mean, he's hot. I love his hair.
He's got good hair.
He's got good hair. He's got a nice voice. Everything. Here's the picture. I found it. Here's my setup at Kelpeppers.
Oh, that's a nice big board.
That's not mine. That's theirs.
Theirs.
But yeah, that's what I.
That's the mixer I used for my concerts and my DJ gig.
Yeah.
Which is now my desktop speakers.
Sweet. Those are nice speakers.
Yeah, then
I want that one.
my bass speaker. That's my bass amplifier.
I want that.
No, I play bass on that. I play more bass now than guitar.
This one was lights. I could sync up my lights to the music.
DMX lights.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
I've always wanted to get lights, but I could only go for a projector because that's all my budget could incorporate since I've made music for free. And honestly, going back to the concert, all the money that was paid for to the concert, I gave to the opening act. I didn't take a dime from it.
Yeah.
Because I had family I could visit in Laramie, and so he was coming up to perform, so, I figured be a bro, give him the money. Also, shout out to Shotgun Shogun for providing much better speakers and, PA system than what I brought for the concert.
I am jealous of your speakers.
Nice.
All mine are yard sale specials.
I bought this fresh from Guitar Center or Musician's Friend.
Maybe I should actually invest in some actual speakers instead of the shit I find at garage sales.
They're not that much.
Oh, anyways, going
Brad
back to Brad Pitt.
Pitt.
So my crush on Brad Pitt started a long time ago when he did Troy.
Okay.
The movie Troy. And this was back when I was really into Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm still into Greek mythology, but at the time I was really into Greek mythology. And Giant Blockbuster came out during the same time, and Brad Pitt was starring in it. And
like everything was aligning.
yeah, it was a big deal. And that opening scene when Brad Pitt runs up and stabs that dude in the neck, just killed him like that fast.
That hot.
I was like, oh my god, this is my movie. This is amazing, and
Stop it, I can only get so erect.
after that, Brad Pitt was my man. Like, one of my most favorite movies that he's done is actually one of his least popular, which was Burn After Reading.
Never heard of that one.
So Burn After Reading, he is like a sports jock guy. He's not even the main character. He's like a supporting role. He might be considered a main character. Is shared between a few people, I guess. But he was almost like a moron.
Mm.
I mean, it turns out that he was actually smarter than he was leading on when you get to the end of the movie and stuff. But yeah, he was like, it was a comedy role, and he was playing like a dumb jock and stuff. It was completely outside of his normal role, and it was one of my favorites. Loved that one. And then Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Mm-hmm.
classic movie.
I've seen that one.
Angelina Jolie has a couple of good movies.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Yeah. I remember. I know I've seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith because I'm gonna call out my wife. Her woman crush, her biggest one, from when I knew, was Angelina Jolie.
I love her in Hackers.
Probably no thanks to the Tomb Raider movies because my wife is a huge Tomb Raider fan.
Hackers is pre-Tomb Raider, though. She was only like 17 years old when she did Hackers.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hackers. I know you've told me to watch Hackers before.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies. Top 10 best movies ever made, Hackers. And Angelina Jolie, that was her first movie.
Yeah.
It might not have been her first movie, but it's the first movie that she was famous for, I guess. Amazing movie. And then her with Brad Pitt and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They definitely had some chemistry in that movie.
Yeah, then they got married, and then they adopted a lot of kids, and then they got divorced.
That's because Angelina Jolie suddenly became a crazy person.
Yeah, it happens. Especially in Hollywood, it happens.
She must have turned 30.
Yeah.
Something about 30.
Something about, yeah, you're right. Something about 30 brings out the crazy, and like, it's almost like a midlife crisis thing, but not quite. That comes in a few more years.
Once you start feeling the pain of age,
Yeah.
you just suddenly turn into a terrible person or a different person. Maybe not necessarily terrible, but your whole life changes when you turn 30.
Yeah, it's almost like you hit a point where you just don't give a fuck about anything anymore.
Or you give way too much shits about things. Like,
True.
you could go one of two ways
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think when I hit 30, it was I don't give a fuck about nothing anymore. Like, not in a depressing way, but like, it is what it is.
The things that well, we'll speak from my experience. I won't say you, but from my experience, like, there was things that were important to me before I was 30. And then once I turned 30, I realized that they don't matter.
Yeah.
Like whether or not somebody's gay, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that well before I was 30, but as an example, it's like, why do I give a shit about whether or not this person's gay? Why do I give a shit about who they fuck at night?
Yeah.
None of my fucking business, and I don't care. And when you turn 30, that's like everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, people, you be you.
Yeah.
I'll be me.
I may not be into it, but you know what? I'm not against it. So. Brad Pitt. We ready for...
Should I name some of other movies that he's done that are my favorite?
If you want to.
Ocean's 11.
Okay.
7. You ever seen 7?
No, is that the one with What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Yep.
I haven't seen it, but I know that line.
Well, I'll just tell you, his wife's head is in the box.
I knew that, and you just spoiled the movie for everybody else who didn't know.
Actually, they never show what's in the box.
But we
in the
know
movie.
it's his wife's head.
I mean, we assume. It could have been anything.
It's generally accepted it's his wife's head.
Yes.
Okay. Fight Club.
Oh my God, Fight Club.
Oh, sorry, we weren't supposed to talk about that.
We can't talk about Fight Club?
That's the first rule of Fight Club.
Oh. Gotcha. So, it's also the second rule.
Fucking got him.
Fight Club was amazing. Like, if you analyze Fight Club too much, there are some inconsistencies that don't make any fucking sense at all. But just don't do that. Just watch the movie and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
Back to Lincoln, not Lincoln, God. Bands that start with L's, I just automatically point to Linkin Park, especially around the 1999-2000 era. Back to Limp Bizkit, I've seen Fight Club about 48 times.
Yeah.
I haven't, but that's in a Limp Bizkit song.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know what song. I can Google it real quick.
Fight Club's such a great movie, though.
I've seen Fight Club 28 times. about 28 times. Living It Up lyrics. The song Living It Up by Limp Bizkit. Yes, I don't know about you, and I'm going off tangent here, and we're going to have to make another episode for another subject that we were going to talk about because we're at an hour 10 right now.
We can save it for another episode because we got a Q&A after this.
Yeah, and we can definitely go off, but we're still in good range for this episode.
We only got one more crush.
One more crush. Good range. But another side tangent. I don't know about you, but like when you were a teenager around like 99, 2000, music choices were weird.
I don't know. I was being introduced to music, so it wasn't weird for me. Like
It was like a melting pot of everything.
well, my parents thought music was evil.
Oh.
And the only thing I was allowed to listen to at home or around them were like church hymns and shit.
Oh no.
So whenever I was listening to music, it was on the down low or at my friend's house and stuff. So I didn't get the full, music scene. I got mostly punk rock in the early days or what my friends were listening to and a little bit of classic rock. It wasn't until high school where I started really defying my parents and doing whatever the hell I wanted, where I got to branch out into lots of different music. But yeah, junior high age, I only listened to what other people listened to. I didn't really get the chance to listen to a lot of music.
Yeah, I didn't branch out until high school, but like I'm just saying this because like it was a weird like I listened to whatever was like hot on 95.1 for people who are in the Rock Springs area. They know what kind of music's on 95.
Top 100 hits.
Yeah, the
pop
top
songs.
40 pop or
Yeah.
whatever. So I liked like Savage Garden. That was one of my favorite bands when I was a teenager. Love Savage Garden still.
It's not bad music. They
No.
only got like 2 good songs, but
Yeah, but I listened to their one album, their self-titled album a lot. And I like a lot of music that was on TRL, Total Request Live with Carson Daly for our younger listeners,
yeah.
which was on MTV, which stand for Music Television. I don't know what they play these days. Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore, the House Rules thing.
They still do the House Rules.
Yeah,
Back in the day, it was like Real World and House Rules, and
it's fucking garbage, all of it.
yeah. But they actually,
They actually used to play music.
it's such a cliche thing to say because they say it on like Facebook all the time, but MTV and VH1 was very much about music, and like after school they would have Total Request Live where they would like
Dude, we
count
used
down
to-
the most requested music videos.
I used to hang out with my friends just to watch that.
Yeah.
Like, we would plan on watching the new weekly list, and we'd be like rooting for our favorite songs and we watch the music videos and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it was a big deal. And it was all music.
Yeah.
100% music.
And
Yeah.
I just remember like how weird it was because like I would listen to like Limp Bizkit as a middle schooler. I would listen to Eminem as a middle schooler. I actually received an Eminem album once and I was disappointed it was the censored version, but
God damn it.
God damn them
Who
for
the fuck-
buying me the censored
Who
version.
the fuck gets censored music? It ruins the music.
It
I mean,
does.
the artist makes a song, and who are you to tell the artist who's creating the song what they can and can't say in their own fucking music?
Twisted Sister is pissed off right now.
Yeah.
And let's see who else was in there. Kid Rock. I can't stand Kid Rock now.
Well, not anymore. Back in the day, his first album only, like his first album,
Devil Without a Cause, probably.
yeah, and half the songs in that are sampled. But at the time, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
And I thought it was awesome music.
yeah.
And then later on, I learned that pretty much all of his music is sampled. and I lost all respect for Kid Rock. He's
Yeah.
never come up with anything original.
And then you hear he's like sampling more songs, and it's like, you're just rewriting songs at this point.
Yeah, he's just Flow Rider.
Yeah.
Before Flow Rider was a thing.
I like Flo Rida more than Kid Rock,
His is all sampled too.
but I like him more than Kid Rock.
His shit is all sampled. Like, his music is catchy. I'll give you that. He puts his own twist on it. He makes some catchy tunes, but he doesn't come up with anything original.
True.
It's all sampled.
And to put the cherry on top through all that music selection, as I am putting a cherry on top with my hands, you can't see it, but the sundae is in one hand and the cherry's coming down.
Okay.
I had
I'm ready.
Backstreet Boys.
That's your man crush?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying that was my musical choice back then.
See, I was an NSYNC person.
I will disagree with you on that one. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yours is just wrong.
No, NSYNC is better than Backstreet Boys.
Okay, we're gonna have another podcast where we fight over who's better, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
NSYNC.
Um,
It's not even worth doing a podcast about because we all know NSYNC's better.
okay, well, we'll discuss this on another podcast. We don't have the time to get into it today, but I will just say that, like, I remember going to, like, the only general store kind of thing, Pamida, it was
Yeah.
called.
Green River.
Yeah, in Green River. I went there when Backstreet Boys' Millennium album came out, and I was so excited to buy it. I just walked away from the counter with the receipt, staring at the receipt, like, I bought this album.
And you left the
I left the album there, and the lady's like, "Excuse me, young man." You know, me being like, however I was at 1999, 2000. That was another, album of the millennium.
The
hence
first
name.
album I ever bought was Queen. Killer Queen compilation album.
You know what? Millennium might have been my first album I ever bought. I found plenty of albums on the side. I got introduced into metal by finding a cassette of...
So who's your man crush? We got distracted.
I know, I'm getting there.
Okay.
I got introduced... We'll talk about it in another podcast, how I got introduced to music. Let's get into my man crush. Okay,
I mean, you've built up to this.
I built up to this. We're about to
Okay.
climax.
Okay. Is this a
Okay.
real person or a fictional person?
No, this is a real
Because
person.
we didn't even include fictional characters. We could have.
We could have, but I don't really have any fictional man crushes.
I mean, you're wearing Vegeta's shirt. Vegeta's a badass.
Vegeta's a badass, but I don't have a crush on any of those. See,
Okay. Let's think of something else to say.
yeah, I don't really have a crush on animated people.
Okay, I'll give you a fictional crush that I have.
Go for it before we climax.
The dude from V from Vendetta. V.
Okay, V.
Yeah.
That's also the name of the main character of Cyberpunk 2077.
V?
V.
Did they steal it from V for Vendetta, or is it coincidence?
I wouldn't be surprised.
But it's not specifically referenced.
I haven't seen V for Vendetta. I have it on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it.
I
It's
watch
still
it
sealed.
every year. I watch it every year.
I know. I know the date was coming up, and I was supposed to watch it, but I didn't watch it.
It's more important now than it ever has been.
Is it the 5th of November?
No, I mean because of fascism.
I know, but is that the date you're supposed to watch it? The 5th of
Remember, the 5th of November. Okay, get to your fan. Go.
Okay. Get ready. Okay, we have been edging to this point. Slowly edging.
Tell me. Go.
Okay. It's a YouTuber.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber is not a YouTuber.
I mean, that's how he started out.
But, well, true, but,
Okay.
I would consider him more of a pop star.
Lindsay Sterling.
No. That's a woman!
Okay,
That's a Mormon woman, nonetheless.
she started out on YouTube, too.
I've seen Lindsay Sterling play live.
Seriously?
Yeah. She played a halftime show at a Utah Jazz game.
Oh, man.
Because she's Mormon.
I didn't know that she was Mormon, but she's so good.
She is really good.
She makes some great music.
That's an obscure name I haven't even heard in a long time.
I still
The
listen
Mormon's
to
leaking out of you again, buddy.
I didn't know she was Mormon. I didn't even know
She's
she was
from
Mormon.
Utah. Everybody from Utah's Mormon.
She's not from Utah. She's from Canada.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look this up just because we keep getting
Okay.
sidebarred.
Yeah, we're getting distracted again. Go.
Okay. One of the biggest YouTubers there is, not PewDiePie. Even though he was voted the most, like, handsome face this year.
Do you want me to guess?
Guess it, yes.
Vsauce.
No. Michael, no.
Come on.
No.
He's a great guy.
He's bald.
You got something against bald people?
No.
Oh, okay. Give me a subject.
Scary games.
No idea.
Deleted YouTube channels.
You watch. I don't watch gaming YouTube, so.
It wasn't a gaming YouTube.
Okay, tell me. I don't
Okay, Markiplier.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know Markiplier? I'm gonna post him up real quick for you just so you know. This guy is the total package for me, and
Put it on the Twitch screen so people in Discord can see.
well, I gotta figure out how to do that.
Just drag it over into that screen and Discord will see it.
Oh, Discord will see it even though nobody's watching Discord.
My brother said he's getting on Discord.
So, this is Markiplier. He is Korean American.
Okay.
He's
got a rugged look about him.
but he's got a soft look too.
Oh, he's got the. Yeah.
He's the total package for me. Every time I like look at him, hear him, I melt. I talk about I've said some things about Markiplier that have caused some conflicts in my life. But you know, I've said some things jokingly. Like I've jokingly said I would fuck Markiplier.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. But like that face just makes me melt. And if you sometime we're gonna have to play a video so you can hear his voice too.
Has he got a nice deep
He's got
voice?
it's not completely deep.
Deep enough though.
Deep enough.
And a little bit of a rasp.
I'm sure he can go deep enough too. Wink. See, that's the kind of humor I like. That's the shit that gets me in trouble when I talk about Markiplier.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just so fucking smitten by the guy. I say deleted YouTube channels because he had a channel that honestly I think I'm gonna reminisce about in a podcast, and maybe I'll explain it to you in another podcast.
I think you have before.
Unisonis?
Is it the one that was a year long?
Yes.
Yeah, you've told me about it before.
I cried when that channel got deleted.
Was that him?
That was him and another YouTube, Ethan, of Crank Gameplays. And I watched almost every video over the past year, and there's just been a void in my life ever since they deleted the channel. But yeah, his voice, his smile, his face, and like those eyes too, and
I think we might have a Twitch viewer. Do we have a Twitch
do
viewer?
we have a Twitch viewer?
My brother said he was getting on.
We got 3 Twitch viewers. Hi. Hello everybody. Welcome to me in love with Markiplier.
They probably came in at an awkward time.
Yeah, just me talking about how like I would fuck Markiplier, but that's a joke, and it's gotten me in trouble in my marriage. No, Britt, I wouldn't fuck Markiplier. I just say that because he's just so goddamn gorgeous.
See, me and my wife, we have always talked about people that we would leave each other for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's not even joking. You know, like, if I had the chance to marry Brad Pitt, I would totally leave Stacey and marry Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
and she knows that. She knows.
And I don't think I have ever once, like, said to my wife, like, ooh, that woman's attractive. I'd like to tap that. Because,
Okay.
like, I genuinely don't feel that way.
Okay, well, you can't be that.
Or, like, saying I would leave you for... I wouldn't even say I would leave you for Markiplier. I think I've made the joke like I would use my hall pass on Markiplier.
So when you're talking about girls, it's a little bit different. You can say like she's hot or she's attractive or wow, it's a sexy voice and stuff like that, but you can't say I would fuck her. Like that would be crossing the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually say something like, she's pretty. Or,
Yeah,
like,
see,
you
that's-
think she's hot, don't you?
That's perfectly acceptable. You can't cross the line and
We'll
talk
have
about things that you do to her.
we'll have to get Brittany on here to talk about her woman crushes sometime. But yeah, just if you're listening along, just Google pictures of Markiplier for me and just like click through them. I'm on the second picture. It has a blue background and just look at that smile. I especially love when he has like just a little bit of facial hair, and you know when he gets his glasses on too.
You know, I have glasses.
Oh, look at that picture of
I
him.
could put some glasses on for you if you want.
Please do.
I'll bring them next time.
Here, just put them. No. Then I can't see you if you put. Why is fucking Jacksepticeye in there? And I can't remember that dude's name. But I've seen him a lot. Always wears a white T-shirt. It has long, kind of looks like Wayne almost. That's a Wayne look to him.
I look way better than that dude.
You do look way better than him. You look Wayne better than him.
Yeah,
That was a
that was a terrible pun.
that was a terrible pun, but
Dudunch.
going back onto Markiplier, one of the biggest things this year, since I'm seeing this picture, was he was hospitalized because he couldn't pass some poop, and the internet blew up because he tweeted because he's like, I'm gonna keep getting monitored, and you know they won't release me until I poop, and then he tweeted like I pooped, and the internet just rejoiced. Yeah, he pooped! Thank God! Markiplier pooped!
That's that's a strange thing to get hospitalized for. What did he eat, like a rubber glove or something?
Ironically, like days before he got hospitalized, he had a video of him like sampling as many Pop-Tart flavors as he could.
So it was Pop-Tarts.
He said it's not from the Pop-Tarts. I know it's ironic, but it's not. Actually, he has like he's been hospitalized several times before. Despite being like the most gorgeous man in the world, he has health problems.
Yeah.
Um,
You can't have everything, right?
No, you know, God had to nerf him somehow.
Yeah. Unless you're Brad Pitt. That dude,
Unless, yeah.
Brad Pitt has everything.
So that's the end of my man crushes.
Anything on Twitch or Discord?
Nobody
Man
said
crushes?
nothing. Nobody wants to talk about man crushes with us.
Not even on the Discord?
No, nobody's even in the. Maybe our permissions are broken, but nobody's in there. Wait. I don't think people can see. It seems. I don't know.
Yeah, they should be because you added all the permissions to
Yeah,
it.
it should be. Anyways,
You can check by
viewing as
viewing as
everyone.
roll. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, nobody's online anyway, so.
Well, let's let our 3 Twitch viewers know that we'll be back in a short break. End of episode. Are we concluding?
Yeah, I'm going to conclude after a brief, I'm going to say a toast before we go. You're probably not going to know about this, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about, I'm going to tell you a little bit about something I cried about since the last podcast, okay? I cried about this a lot. The wrestling world lost a great soul.
It wasn't somebody I knew, was it?
Probably not.
No.
So December 26th, the wrestling world lost a guy named John Huber, also known in the ring as Brody Lee or Luke Harper, depending where on you're going. And it's just been heartbreaking to listen to. it's been heartbreaking because like he finally was like living his dream of like showing what kind of a performer he could be outside of World Wrestling Entertainment WWE because he was kind of placed under a glass ceiling under there. He was starting to shine and he was being great, and then he got this like bad lung disease and he died, and it just like took everybody by surprise. Not just because he was a great performer, but everybody, no matter the company he worked for, was talking about like just how great of a human being and a family man he was, and how much he loved his kids. So, I just wanted to bring that up. I guess. Rest in peace, Brody Lee. Go to jointhedarkorder.com and join the Dark Order. He was the leader of the Dark Order.
So he was one of the bad guys. So he was anti, what's his name? John Cena.
John Cena was a different company, but basically, he would have been.
John Cena's not WWE?
Well, John, Luke, whatever his name is, Brody, Mr. Brody Lee, he left WWE.
Oh.
He was kind of just like, he hit a plateau in WWE because they have a different creative process, and we'll talk about it in a different podcast later, but you know, he basically did all he could do in the company, and he asked to be released from his contract, and he joined the other company, the new upstart company, AEW, which has like been such a great platform.
I've heard you talk about them a lot.
You just wait until the next pay-per-view happens. You're coming over for it. It is. You thought WrestleMania was fun. Every pay-per-view they put on is, I love more.
WrestleMania was a blast. So if it's better than WrestleMania,
The performances in ring are way better.
is the drama as good though?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. They know how to tell a story.
Okay. I'm into it then.
But yeah, he left WWE, went to AEW. He headlined a pay-per-view for the championship. He was allowed to talk, and he like was brilliant at talking. It just it was sad to see him pass, and I spent a lot of time crying over it just based off the tributes they have. I'm tearing up right now thinking about it. It just, that's how emotional, like,
That's how I felt when Avicii died.
yeah, I cried when Chester died too.
Avicii is one of my all-time most favorite artists, and
Avicii was very short-lived too, but like,
he was
compared
so
to-
good,
Yeah.
good, so unique, just great music. And then when I went to EDC last, Avicii had died less than 2 weeks before EDC, maybe 2 weeks, like less than a month.
mm-hmm.
And everybody was doing their Avicii tributes and stuff at EDC, but
Oh man, Tiesto.
did like an hour-long tribute to EDC, or to Avicii, and it was amazing. It was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Now, Brody Lee is by no means a man crush, but he will be an honorary man crush. I mean,
he's bald. Is he?
no,
That picture top right there. It looks like he's bald.
no, he just has a man bun in.
He looks like he's balding.
No, this is
Okay.
him
okay.
this last year.
Because you did say something about bald guys earlier.
Who was I referencing then?
Well, I said Vsauce. I said Vsauce was amazing, and you said he's bald.
Oh, hey, we got a comment!
What do we get?
Johnny Depp, Matthew 193.
Oh, that's my brother McCade.
Hey,
Hey, McCade.
Johnny Depp's a good choice.
Johnny Depp is a great choice. Johnny Depp is a brilliant actor.
Fuck Amber Heard.
Sexy. He's got some nice tattoos. I can agree with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and fuck Amber Heard.
I don't think Johnny Depp rises to the level of George Clooney. but
I had a friend in high school that was very much had a crush on Johnny Depp. I won't say their names, but I'm like, my friend, you're 16, 17 years old. This is a 40-year-old dude we're talking about right now. It's a little weird.
is he 40?
He was 40 then.
Oh,
Um,
I know the wife has a huge crush on Johnny Depp, so I'm not going to discount Johnny Depp. He's-
boycott Vsauce.
who said that?
Your brother.
Yeah, his opinion doesn't count when it comes to Vsauce.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yours is just wrong.
Yes.
That is my life motto, by the way. I came up with that phrase. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Yours is just wrong.
Anybody that has anything bad to say about Vsauce is going to be banned from the Twitch channel.
Oh, no. Make sure you subscribe while you're here. We are at 45 subscribers. We need to hit that 50 so I could become affiliated and get that simp money. And then maybe I could buy my own microphone and Wayne doesn't have to buy his a microphone to make up for my shit.
I mean,
You get your own microphone.
I don't mind participating.
So, I think we should probably break up the episodes right now.
This is a good stopping point.
Yeah, we've had a full bottle of mead. We about finished the bottle of mead. It's a good stopping point. So,
We're going to be back on tonight, though. So for our live streamers right now, we're coming back in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're just taking a break.
we're just gonna go pee, or pee, smoke. I'll throw up a BRB sign, and then we're gonna stop up the thing. So stay tuned. We'll be back. For anybody listening on the later cast, whatever the technical term, thank you for listening to this week's episode. I've been Nat. This has been Wayne. Hopefully the quality has been much better, and we're going on an hour and a half. That's about a good sweet spot.
It is good.
So thank you for listening. I'm gonna start playing the outro music, and hopefully,
Make sure you get the hand signals right this
yeah,
time.
I'm gonna get the hand signals. Hopefully, I try to time a bye just right on all the episodes where it's like bye, and then it's like ding 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 ding.
You got it. I'm going to mute myself. You do your thing.
Okay, so thank you for listening to this week's episode of We Is. I've been Nat. That has been Wayne. We have been talking to you. Why isn't my music? There it comes. It's fading in. I'm trying out this button sequence. It's going good. I'm going to be trying to swig. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, this has been episode 11, Mancrushes, with a bunch of side going. I'm going to time this a little better. Thank you for listening. Bye!